seed 10. Lamar up the play fake. Drifting to his left under pressure. Extending the play. Throws complete. Zay Flowers. Touchdown Ravens. Lamar extended and Zay Flowers delivered. First NFL touchdown for Zay Flowers. Congratulations, young man. What a terrific moment for Zay Flowers a week after a heartbreak in Pittsburgh.
The Ravens, for the second time, traveled over across the pond to London as we had breakfast and football. The Baltimore Ravens played rival Tennessee and the Titans. The Ravens emerged victorious. Not many highlights for the offense today, but you heard it there. Zay Flowers scores his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens hang on for a 24-16 victory over the Tennessee Titans in London, overcoming their demons from 2017. We're here to talk about it all. If you guys can, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell, sound off in the comments. Let us know your thoughts on the Ravens at 4-2 as they return home for a home game against the Detroit Lions this coming Sunday. I got D, I got Raj with me. The Flex Zone Podcast, Baltimore Ravens official post-game show. It's Sunday, and it's football season. You know what that means. Time for the official Baltimore Ravens post-game show right here on the Flex Zone Podcast. Only play sports that you're getting it how you want it, fellas.
When you need it.
And right now, it's a happy recap. Ravens break out a victory across the pond in London, 24-16, move to 4-2. 5 Justin Tucker field goals, 6 sacks, pretty much highlight the day. You did hear the highlights there. Zay Flowers' first career NFL touchdown on a 10-yard pass from Lamar Jackson. And it was pretty much another down to the last quarter Ravens game. Last 5 or so minutes. Ravens having a double-digit lead, looking like that lead was in trouble. And typical Ravens football. I mean, what can you say? I'm going to get the guys' initial thoughts, and I'm going to read a couple stats, and we're going to get into the breakdown. Raj, D, first, how was you guys this morning watching football at 9:30, and did everything go right? Was the meat to your liking, Raj?
Well, I had to get up early in the morning again. First of all, it sucks on a Sunday, but hey, it is what it is. We kind of split venues. We started off at Guilford Hall. It's up there near Penn Station, between Penn Station and Greenmount Avenue. All right venue, but they had a lot of people. Wasn't big enough to take all the people. Brothers were sitting up, ping pong people out the way, so we couldn't do that. So we came on down in the second half to the Green Turtle in Canton. Got seats, got room, got food, got the meat, baby. If you know.
Raj, anything on the meat? You got
Finish it, Daddy.
Yes, Daddy had a burger. Daddy had some wings. And Daddy is feeling really good, right? So, yes. Guilford was pretty cool, though. We did see Rita Hubbard. She was doing her thing. Came up to the Green Turtle, like Dee said. Handing a Jeremy Cohen. Always a guitar in the Jeremy Cohen. But we got to talk about this game. We got to talk about the ins and outs of this Ravens.
Real quick, the Ravens' recent blown leads, they didn't blow one today, but this did show up during the game. 5 losses with double-digit leads since 2022, most in the NFL. They're tied for that lead. 8 losses with 7-point fourth-quarter leads since 2021, most in the NFL. 10 losses when leading entering the fourth quarter since 2021, most in the NFL. Roger, I'm going to start with you. What were your thoughts on the game and just going back to London and actually showing up this time, even though it was 5 field goals and still a lot left to be desired by the offense.
To be honest with you, man, I thought this game was kind of sloppy for the Ravens. They're working out a lot of things, and it just wasn't, a typical. Uh, I mean, it's a typical Ravens game, but it wasn't like your typical move forward, progress of a Ravens game. I mean, we couldn't really score any touchdowns. We had one with Zay. Um, Bateman and Odell was still lacking. Zay looks like the number one wide receiver. I mean, Andrews looks a lot better this week. The running game is okay. Gus Edwards did his thing. Justice Hill had a couple good runs. But all in all, man, it just lacked. I don't say lack focus or lack desire, but it lacked cohesiveness. Let's just say that it lacked cohesiveness, and they got a lot of work to do. They really do. They got a lot of work to do. So hopefully, you know, they start gelling in the next couple of weeks. But it's still it was one of those Ravens games where you had to take the points. If you saw 3, you had to take it all the time. I mean, they could not go for it on 4th down. You couldn't do any trick plays. You couldn't do anything stupid. Just take the damn points.
And they did that this week, D. You got the best kicker of all time. They used him, 5 of them, and the defense was 6 sacks. But what are your thoughts on the game overall before we break down each side of the ball?
It's going to be the Ravens kind of for most of the year, especially on offense. It'll be a topsy-turvy deal. It's going to be up and down. But it was up today. They was able to get the job done in London. The defense, I think, really played a very good game. They shut Bo Henry down outside that big long run. Not Benny Hill out the game, and had Willis come in. He's a runner, but his pocket accuracy wasn't good. And once they went up over 2 scores, man, the game was kind of in the bag. Ravens didn't do nothing majorly cute. They did have one cute run in the 4th quarter with Andrews. They should have used Gus there. We're going to do a run of that nature. But we'll get to the grades on each side, but it is what it is. Better than last week. Better than being goofy last week in Pittsburgh. Sometimes you got to take the points and let it go from there.
And speaking of which, we got breaking news. The former Raven just got his 100th sack, which we'll get into when we whip around the NFL scoreboard. But shout out to him. We'll tease that. We'll tell you who it was in a second. But real quick, Raj, before I get your impressions on the offense, we'll start with offense. 22 consecutive games with 100 yards rushing. The Ravens did it again today. The first half, we got great Lamar. In the second half, we got not so great Lamar. Turnovers reared their ugly head again. Lamar was 21 of 30, 223 yards, 7.4 an attempt, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, only got sacked once. He had 13 carries for 62 yards. Gus Edwards, 16 for 41. Justice Hill, 8 for 35. And with the receiving, Andrews, 4 for 69. Zay, 6 for 50 with the only touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 2 for 40. Odell, 2 for 34. They both had longs of 21 and 32, respectively. Bateman, 2 for 15. Thoughts on the offense, Roger?
Like I said before, man, I think they lacked a little bit cohesiveness. I mean, they was able to move the ball when they wanted to, but when it came to the end zone, they only got in there one time with Zay. But they got a lot of stuff to clean up. And I thought Zay played a lot better. Of course, Andrews played a lot better. Odell looked like he still got a little bit of burst left off of those legs. But Bateman, man, I can't blame him really for that pick that Lamar had. I thought Lamar overthrew him, and he just couldn't catch the ball at all. So I'm not going to give that one to Bateman. I'm going to give that one to Lamar. But we got to see the tape on that as well. But I still think that was all Lamar. But the running game was, like I said, pretty good. Gus did his thing. Justice Hill did his thing. Devin Duvernay had a big return. That got us another field goal. So, I mean, the offense was moving. They just really couldn't get in the end zone like that. And like I said, this is that type of game where you had to take the points. You could not be cute. You couldn't go for it on 4th down. There's no need for that. I mean, you're playing Ryan Tannehill for crying out loud. So you take the points. You take what the defense gives you. The Ravens did that. They minimized turnovers. And they pretty much flat out just won the game. They dominated from early on, and they held on. And they held on in the second half. So they did what they had to do to win. Um, uh, it's great that they got their London stink off of their back because the last time they was there, they got completely annihilated. So finally, they get their first win in London. They probably will go back again, probably in the next couple of years. So I mean, it was good that they finally got a regiment, that helps them adjust to the London time because they definitely need it.
Go ahead, D. Your thoughts on the offense, and make sure you guys vote on a poll if you haven't already. Hit the like button.
The Ravens offense, I give them a C plus. They won the football game, but wasn't able to get touchdowns. They got the points, got field goals, got one touchdown. Like you said, Byron, to open up was good Lamar, bad Lamar. Ravens offense turn over the ball at least once a game. Can't have that at crucial time. It wasn't crucial today, thank God. The one turnover did turn into points. That's what usually happens. You do turn the ball in certain situations. Feel like the offense still a work in progress. They're trying to get it together. Um, Moncton, I guess he'll speak on it probably on Wednesday. But give him a C plus. Won the football game. We didn't do nothing majorly dumb. They got a little cute, like I said, with the Andrews running play on that third down in the fourth quarter. But they kept it simple, and sometimes it's the best way to do it. We're still trying to figure things out. Keep it simple. Make things move well, and the Ravens did that for the most part on offense.
Real quick, D, I'm gonna go back to you. The injuries. This was the most healthy the Ravens have been all season. Odell, Bateman, Moses, Marcus Williams is back, but he did leave the game. Hopefully, he's okay. We saw Simpson go out and come back. They may be getting healthy at the right time, D, injury wise.
Yes, that's true, man. They will stay healthy. They did lose two guys on defense. They was what we call filler players, but the way this team was hurt early, that do come back maybe to bite you later on in the year. I think they can definitely use Mitchell or Melvin Gordon the third wasn't used in the game today as well. I like to see all your weapons be used, man. 'Cause at some point in there, you're going to need everybody, man. But it's good to be healthy. So we're going to need them next week against Detroit because the Lion folks ain't no joke, and we'll talk about them.
Raj, your thoughts on the injuries?
I mean, we did see Brent Urban go down with a neck injury. That sucks. Marcus Williams still not right. He was thinking, I don't know if it's his torn pec or what. He doesn't look right either. I think he got hurt. And we saw Kyle Hamilton get ejected from the game. Although that's not an injury, it's still got out. He still put out the game. So, I mean, I'm so glad they got out of there really with minor injuries, honestly, because they were on a terrible field out there in London. Pretty much they were on turf. So thank God that they was able to not get anything crazy to happen out there. But I'm just, like I said, I'm just happy they got the win. I'm glad nobody's really hurt. Hopefully Marcus Williams is okay, and Brett Urban is okay. Of course, I think Simpson went down in the first quarter, but he came back in the game, so I know he's okay. So, but yeah, man, I'm so thankful that this team is unscathed from this experience, and hopefully the NFL will look into this turf thing, man. Because a lot of people go down from the turf injury, turf toes, and Achilles and ACL tears. So hopefully they can get that right. I'm just happy, man, that, like I said, that nobody really got hurt on our side.
Let's get to the defense. Raj, I'm gonna start with you. 6 sacks. We saw Clowney, Van Noy. We saw Matabike, Patrick Queen. Matabike had 2 sacks, as did Clowney. Van Noy had a sack, 6 sacks total. This team was top 5 in sacks coming into this game. They'll stay there. And we did see Kyle Hamilton go out with the ejection. Not sure how I feel about that. Marcus Williams did go down with injury. Marlon Humphrey, I think, did a very good job today. I believe D Hop only had one catch, 2 catches. Let me see. D Hop had 1 catch for 20 yards. So what do you think about the defense, man? They are carrying this team, the best team in the red zone against as well. Gave up their first rushing touchdown of the season as well.
I'm feeling good about the defense, man. I think they're gelling very well. Like you said, Clowney played pretty well today. Got 2 sacks. And Van Noy had a sack, and Metabike had a sack, a couple sacks as well. And to be honest with you, this is Metabike's contract year. This is Patrick Queen's contract year. Brownie's contract year. Van Noy's contract year. So, a lot of people are showing out. So that's a good thing to see. Everybody, they can't pay everybody. So somebody's coming back. We shall see who it is. I'm just happy, man. This team is on defense is still looking really good. Like you said, Kyle Hamilton getting ejected from his team from the field. So, but I understand to a certain extent, he did hit the dude helmet. Well, Chris Moore, he hit Chris Moore helmet the helmet. So sometimes that happens. But I don't think he meant to do it. It wasn't like he was trying to get him out of the game or anything like that. So hopefully he gets justified this week, no suspension or anything like that. Hopefully that's all it is. But the defense played well. The only thing I'm really, I'm not gonna say I'm upset, but the only thing that worries me is I just want to know what's going on with Owe and Ujabo. Honestly, I want to know that because we're going to need these guys down the stretch. Clowney's been playing really, really well, and I know the gas is going to run out sooner rather than later. Later on in the season. So we need Owe, and we're going to need Ujabo to find a way to get back in there at some point. But the old guys is getting it done, man. The old guys, they still got something left. So I am happy on that standpoint. But like I said before, Owe and Ujabo got to get out there on the field at some point. Van Noy and Clowney and Metabike and all those other guys, they're gonna need a little bit of a break. And hopefully Bowser, finds his way to the field too for some odd reason because he's been missing as well. So hopefully he gets his butt on the field too because we need him as well.
Yeah, we don't want a situation like last year where Justin Houston started off red hot and then fell off the mountain. Really, just fell right off the face of the earth. Do you get thoughts on the defense, man? They are playing very, very well.
Defense is playing great. Front 7 is really playing well. He was able to actually knock Benny Hill out the ball game. Get Willis in the game. I get the defense. I got to give him an A- in this game. Worse, A-. They attacked the front. Like I said, both Derrick Henry, had a handful of good runs. They protected the edge pretty well. They really held the Titans down. The Titans really couldn't move the football. A lot of that was because the Ravens front 7, secondary played very well. Kyle Hamilton, had a mistake there with Lunson with the helmet instead of tackling. Yeah, he'd be all right with that. Hopefully, it is fine. But they look good, man. Now, like I said, we lost Brent Urban, we lost Seymour. That's depth that we lost. Hopefully, they got back soon. Like Roger said, Owe and Ujabo, we got to see what's up with them. Hopefully, they both can be back for the year's over. But again, the front 7, I just got to rave about them. Look great. And the Clowney addition has really helped a lot for the football team. And then Van Noy as well. I mean, imagine if the Raiders didn't get them 2 guys. Where they would be right now on the defensive end, they might not be as good as they are right now.
And also Pepe Williams, speaking of people that could be coming back, possibly to help out in the secondary because they're going to probably need him. Special teams, though. D, I'm going to start with you, Tucker. They finally used him this week. We complain when they don't use him. I know it was 5 field goals, but when you got an opportunity and a weapon like that, you take the points. And Duvernay finally doing something this season.
Well, I thought the special teams really woke up this week in London. Like I said, they finally Duvernay had a big fun return. And they didn't give up any big returns like that. The second running back for Tennessee, as you've seen, is pretty good. He was good in the offense with the Titans, and he's good on stuff. they was able to kind of shut him down for the most part, so they wouldn't get any major special teams. Special teams get a solid A here. They did well, turned well, and got the job done. I would say a B plus. B because the defense gets the best grade of it.
Roger, your thoughts on special teams?
Duvernay, man. Duvernay did his thing, man. Um, he had one great drive. Well, one great special teams return, I should say, for almost got a touchdown. Everybody thought that he was, blowing up or he was hurt. No, he's not hurt. He just needed an opportunity, and he took full advantage of it. Tucker had a great day. Made all his field goals. Got one of his extra points blocked, but that's okay. It happens at times. But he made all his field goals. We paying him. He's the top paid, kicker in all of football. He should be making all the damn field goals. So I'm happy that he made them all. I'm happy that special teams held it down. They didn't give up anything big to the Titans, and they did their job. Man. They did their job.
Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Big Reg, Last Week in Wrestling Podcast, Dylan. Ravens get the win here. They don't elect to take the bye. The Titans will go on bye. And this week is a big week for the Ravens. Not only do they return home for the first time in a month, they will be inducting Terrell Suggs into the Ring of Honor, and they'll be welcoming in the first place Detroit Lions, who are kind of the darlings of the NFL. One of those teams, and I said it on Monday, when you look at the NFC D, you got the 49ers, you got the Eagles. You can debate about who's number one, but who's that third team? I think Detroit might be that third team right there on the outside looking in on them.
I think Brian, the winner of Detroit and Tampa Bay today is that third team right now by default in the NFC, and I kind of wish that game was being on here locally instead of them soy Jets. But I'll leave that alone. The Lions play a physical brand of football. They have the running capabilities, and Jared Goff has emerged as one of the better quarterbacks in the league now, and he's matured in the last couple of years. And that could be an easy game for the Ravens that's been away from the area for a month. They're coming back from London. The Lions will be on the road for a second straight week, but they have that physical, that press. And any team that can go in Kansas City and win, you got to take them seriously as a threat. They did it open tonight, and the Lions have really not dropped the ball since outside of Seattle, and Seattle's a good team. So not a shameful loss for Lions are coming to play ball. This ain't the father's Lions. This ain't the older brother's Lions. They're going to come to play Sunday. It's going to be a game. It's going to be nip and tuck, and the Ravens will have to bring their level of play to the next level. They play like they played today. The Lions can beat at home.
I think it'll be the first true test for the defense in a couple of weeks. I mean, since maybe the Houston or the Cincinnati game, just because of the firepower they have. They are fully loaded with their wide receivers and running backs. And defensively, Aiden Hutchinson is a beast. You got a lot of good players on that defense. They play physical. They play hard, Roger. So we're going to see how good this offense is or bad it is, and how good this defense is or how they could be exploited possibly this coming week. Thankfully, it's at home, though.
It's the bite kneecaps, man. It's the bite kneecaps. I'm afraid. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm afraid for next week's game. We're coming back to the bank. Thank God. We've been on the road trip. It seems like forever. The last time we seen the Ravens at the bank, it wasn't so good. I was there. But hopefully, they show up. They turn it around against the Lions. We already know that the Lions is a really, 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 really good team. Right now, and they're clicking on all cylinders. The offense and defense is getting going. Aiden Hutchinson is looking like a defensive player of the year candidate. But hopefully the Ravens step up. Hopefully we get to see more Odell, or maybe a little bit more Bateman. Hopefully Zay is ready to do some things as well. But I'm waiting for the day that this Ravens offense just clicks in all cylinders, man. And hopefully it's next week. Hopefully it's against the Lions. But I'm not taking this team no lightly at all. I think the Lions is one of the top tier teams in the NFL, and we have to get the job done. We have to come out there with the effort and we gotta do more than what we did these last 2 to 3 games. Um, Granted, we got the win today, but this type of effort against the Lions will get you beat. We can't have 5 field goals today. It's not gonna get the job done.
Very true, Raj. It's Lions a team that can put up 30 on you and stop you from scoring 20. Real quick note of history: Lamar Jackson recorded 62 rushing yards today. In the victory, his 50th career game with 50 or more rushing yards joins Michael Vick, who has 54, as the only quarterbacks in NFL history with 50 career games of 50 or more rushing yards. Any thoughts on that real quick before we go around the NFL?
I mean, Lamar Jackson is he's just who he is, man. He is who he is. Uh, I mean, I'm glad he had a couple. I'm glad he had some yards today. That was cool. I wish he would have did that last week against the Steelers in some key situations, but I'll leave that alone. Um, but yeah, 62 rushing yards, a touchdown and interception. I mean, it was what it was, but we're gonna need more from him next week. We're gonna need good Lamar to show up, great Lamar to show up next week against these Lions. And like my man on the screen said, we can do better, and we will do better. I hope we do better. I hope we do a lot better than what we did today.
Big shout out to Chef Huey T. Yes, I agree with that comment. D. Lamar, he's got to be consistent for 4 quarters. They got a couple tough games because not only do they have the Lions, they have the Seahawks in 2 weeks after they go to Arizona, and then the Browns again, and then the Bengals, then the Chargers.
This is correct. There's a tough stretch there coming up, no doubt about it. The Ravens as a whole got to play better. Lamar has to be consistent throughout the game. Every game the Ravens on offense can have that consistently because if they come back and fight it, the red ball. Lamar's going with the offense. Do you think the decision making today was better than last week? And that continue to grow. That's a good thing. But like you said, Mr. Hutchinson's coming. Lions coming to play ball. And like I said, you can get to watch them today against Tampa Bay. You got the Sunday ticket. Dude, they are a good football team, man. St. Lions, Mr. Campbell got them boys playing hard. He got them believing. And for the first time in a long time, the Lions are a serious threat. Definitely not just in their division, but in the NFC. So the Ravens got to come consistently. I think defense they have. Offensively, they got to bring it all 4 quarters and hold on to the foot.
With the win today and the Steelers being on bye, the Ravens technically are in first place. As we head back to Baltimore this week for the Lions game, we will have a preview this week for that, and of course, be live after that game next week, which is a 1 o'clock affair, I believe. Let me just double check that. Yep, it is a 1 o'clock game, so another early game for the Ravens. You guys ready to go around the NFL? I know the early game's still going on. All right, guys, if you're just joining us, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Official Baltimore Ravens post-game show. Ravens with a 24-16 victory. We're going to go around the NFL, tell you what's going on so far. Let's start with Thursday. We saw the Chiefs once again beat the Broncos for the 16th straight time. I mean, is it any surprise there? The Chiefs keep rolling. Tribal Chiefs, 5-1.
Time me to get on the rant again. Tired of seeing Broncos, Giants, Jets, Raiders, the Packers all on prime time. They all stink. They should not be consistently on prime time. The Denver Broncos are terrible. Russell Wilson has lost all his mojo. We're tired, NFL, of seeing these teams. The first week of November, we should not be seeing Miami and Kansas City and Germany in a Monday night football game with the Chargers and Jets. That's unacceptable. And by the way, Rich Eisen, you suck as a play-by-play man. You need to go back to being just a host. That's NFL Network's fault, though. I don't blame Rich for that. I don't think Rich came up and said, let me do play-by-play. I think they did that. So with that being said, I'm tired of seeing these sorry-ass teams on primetime football. The Broncos, the Jets, the Giants, the Raiders, the Packers now. They stink at the moment. We don't want to see them anymore.
Roger, Broncos, Chiefs, you want to talk about it? Let's ride, or is it just Tribal Chief dominating everybody? 16 straight wins for the Chiefs over the Broncos.
It's over for the Denver Broncos. It's a wrap. Yeah, this is done. They're dead. Stick a fork in them. It's over, man. It's just over with. But again, man. Again, man. It's just a wrap, man. It's just a wrap for the Denver Broncos. Like I told you before, this might be Russell Wilson's last year starting in the NFL. He probably be a career backup going forward. He just doesn't have it anymore. And it's not totally all his fault either. But I mean, it is what it is. You already know what the Chiefs are. The Chiefs are defending champions. They have two of the greatest players on their team. What else do you expect?
Roger, I'm gonna start with you as the Commanders. Shout out to Kenny, his Commanders. They just scored a touchdown to take a pending extra point, 24-10 lead over Atlanta. And I'm looking at these teams. Both of these teams, if the Commanders win, we had the same record. Commanders will have the tiebreaker. This could have wild card implications. 24-10 are the Commanders. And Calais Campbell, former Raven, recorded his 100th sack. I teased it earlier. It was Calais Campbell when we came on there.
Shout out to Calais Campbell. Shout out to him. But he's gonna take an L here. He should have came. He should have brought his ass back to Baltimore. But it is what it is. He took the money. But I mean, the Commanders are up. I think the Commanders will hold on and win this game. They're looking really, really good right now. The running game is getting good. Sam Howell's not turned over the football, which is a good thing. And Atlanta, although they have an explosive offense, they're still lacking some things. And Kenny's over here dancing. He's very, very happy. So so yeah, man, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. If you're Atlanta, if you're a Washington and a Raven fan right now.
Go ahead, D.
I'll get to Roger's point. Atlanta's lacking some. It's simple what Atlanta's lacking. That quarterback. Ritter hasn't played bad today, but he's not one. Well, he's just being fit. He kind of did make him look bad. He's tight. Just can't win you a game. You may manage your game, do okay. You can't win you a game. And right now, that's kind of the difference between Sam Howell and Desmond Ryder. Howell's good enough to at least get you out there to win the game. Maybe some mistakes sometimes, but Ritter, not really that good. Not really one that you can say, man, he can go out there and win me a game. And now they're down 2 touchdowns in Atlanta. Atlanta had a throwbacks on the day. I guess they wanted to play like they did in the early 90s. Not good, and that's what we have right now.
D, I'm gonna go back to you. Bengals, Seahawks. Bengals with the ball driving, leading 14-10. This is an interesting game.
Yeah, Geno Smith just got picked off. Actually, Cincinnati territory, so Bengals ball back. Thought Cincinnati be the better team today. Seattle coming east. I think the Bengals are going to go 3-0 against the NFC West and over after that. So it's going to be interesting. They get the 49ers later on this year. And I think that'd be the one game they will struggle in against the NFC West opponent. But getting back on track is Cincinnati, but we'll see how they do against the AFC. Because right now they are over against AFC opponents. They are 2-0, maybe 3-0, depending on the result today against the NFC West.
Roger?
I mean, Cincinnati looks like they get back on track, to be honest with you. I know Burrow's leg is still iffy at best, but it looks like he get back on track. So you shall see. Seattle's been playing pretty hard. I know Geno Smith had a turnover. They're still in the game though, but yeah, Cincinnati looks back. They're a slow starting team, so they're starting to feel their way through a lot of the adversity that they face early on, and they still going ahead.
Jaguars beating the Colts 21-6. Really no surprise there, and of course no Anthony Richardson. He'll be out for a little while.
And let me speak to that, man. I told you last week that brother needs to learn how to slide. And I heard earlier this morning, that he could be out for the season. He might need surgery on that arm. So there's a high possibility that he's going to take the surgery route. And I saw his arm was in the sling at the game. So Gardner Minshew might be the guy going forward the rest of the season, which should have been that way anyway to begin with. But yeah, man, the Colts, I think they're done. I think he can stick a fork in them. They're not going to go very far. They might win a couple more games, but Gardner Minshew as your starting quarterback is just not it. So the Jaguars will win this game. There's nothing else to say.
Thank you for watching, Kimberly. Hopefully you join us more often. We do this after every Ravens game, so make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell for all notifications. Go ahead, D. Jaguars in family's business.
Similar to what Ron said, it's sad with Anthony Richardson. Brother don't slide. Nobody's going to pay for it this season. Gardner Minshew similar to what we got in Atlanta right now. Decent quarterbacks, but I need you to go out there and get a big play to win a football game. You can't do it. Gardner Minshew's another one. Really can't do that like that. And Jacksonville's the best team in the AFC South. Made well. They have the components. They just got to bring it consistently every week. And the running back, Travis Etienne Jr. is doing his thing now. So definitely think the Jags are the team to beat in the AFC South.
D. Dolphins starting to pick it up against the Panthers, up 21-14 with the ball.
Yeah, it was looking kind of funny. I was like, man, Carolina's up 14-0. They don't have a win yet. Don't have their main running back. Young's looking a little better, and then Miami snapped back into it. 3 quick touchdowns. Dolphins back up, and Miami's the better team. Big showdown coming up against Philadelphia. I think that's next week, Byron. And that should be a very interesting game to see how far the Dolphins have come, because they played a real opponent a couple weeks ago against Buffalo, couldn't get it done. We'll see how they do against Philadelphia. Coming up next week.
Sunday night. So an actual good Sunday night game next Sunday, 8:20. Dolphins go to Philly to face the Eagles.
What's your question?
Dolphins beating the Panthers. I mean, Panthers are winning.
That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing.
But they play the Eagles next week on Sunday night, so a real game.
Oh yeah, real game. The Panthers started out hot. It was up 14-0, and as soon as you blink, it was 21-14 Dolphins. So, I mean, what you expect from a team like that? We already know how they roll. We saw last year in person in Baltimore, so we already know what they do on offense. So, I mean, they're gonna keep on rolling.
Vikings, Bears. Vikings up 12-6.
I mean, Justin Jefferson's going to be gone for a month. Let's see what happens with that team, with the Vikings. He got Kirk Cousins. He ain't going anywhere. So we'll see.
I just seen that Fields was walking off the field, so like he got dinged up. So that kind of evens out Jefferson not being there for Minnesota. It's an ugly football game. No shock. Both teams are not going anywhere this season. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm the Vikings, I'm really considering trading Kirk Cousins. Get something back, and maybe going to sweepstakes for my man from USC. He had a bad night last night, but he's still the top quarterback.
Yes, sir, D. Caleb Williams or Michael Penix out of Washington looked good yesterday as well, D.
Yeah, he did.
Raj, yeah, I guess we can go to 49ers Browns 10-7, closer than I thought without Deshaun Watson, and looks like PJ Walker started today.
Oh, they didn't start DTR today? DTR didn't start?
No, they did. They weren't DTF today.
Well, that's the reason why they're still in the game. I mean, who knows? The Browns still upset a lot of people right now if they win the game. Remember, I think they still are the number one defense in all of football. So they're kind of showing it right now. The San Francisco 49ers are a good team, but they kind of due for a loss. Hopefully that's not the case today. But we shall see.
I was just seeing Amari Cooper with a big time reception D with the 49ers, man. They won the most complete.
Yeah, I didn't see Cooper that big. I had mentioned early in the week that if Deshaun would have played this game, I think he would have shot the 49ers because of the physical play. 49ers off the big blowout win against the Cowboys. Got to bring it back down to earth. With PJ Walker in there, he's not going to make that mistake that the rookie made against the Raiders. He's just not going to do it. And right now, the defense of the Browns, we see the offense can hang because they have a chance to win this football game. I'm not too surprised outside of with Watson not playing now for Cleveland. It looked like Watson's going to be out a while because the shoulder that's hurt is on his throwing side. Might be out.
The Texans beating the Saints 17-10 right now in third quarter.
Interesting there. I thought the Saints defense would play a little better. We did get an interception. You got two teams that's kind of up and down. You don't know what you're going to get. In Houston's case, you understand that because they have and Stroud has done well for the most part outside of throwing an interception today. The Saints still, once again, Carr's not answer. You know, they won't start crab leg Jameis. So they're number one. They're going to go out and get a quarterback here sooner than later because it's just not the answer. The Saints not the same team. You know, of course, when they was in the heyday with Sean Payton and Drew Brees and stuff. Got two teams that helped the skelter, and the result kind of ain't surprising.
Go ahead, Raj.
I just want to say that Tyreek Hill is amazing. I mean, this man is so super fast, bro. It's ridiculous, man. He is literally a 99 speed in real life, like he is on that. But the Saints and the Texans, this doesn't surprise me. The Texans is a good team. I mean, they're a really, really good team. We saw that week one. I mean, I understand that it was C.J. Stroud's first start, but overall, they have a really, really good defense. And I think C.J. Stroud is, probably might be the rookie of the year, as well as he's playing right now. So, they're a really good team. They're a really good team. It's early.
Patriots Raiders. Student versus teacher. Bill Belichick against Josh McDaniels. Do we care?
No, don't care. It's too bad Jim Nantz and Tony Romo's out there doing that game. I guess they're doing it because they got to be in Vegas for the Super Bowl and try to get a game in the Super Bowl venue. See everything. Not really. Raiders probably end up winning. And who cares? It's WC.
Andre, they're out amongst the people, so it is going to be some background noise. They are at a bar, so please work with us. But we're here. We're getting it done for you. But make sure you turn your volume up as well, Andre. But we appreciate you being here. Roger, you care about Raiders, Patriots?
I don't give a damn about either one of these teams. Who gives a damn?
All right, Lions, Buccaneers. It's probably the game of the 4 o'clock window. You care about this game?
I do care about this game. I got Baker Mayfield starting in my fantasy football league today. I need him to have a big game. So all seriousness, though, the Buccaneers are a good team. The Lions are a good team. I can see it going down to the wire, whoever has the ball last. So I hope it's a good game. But I think I picked the Lions to win. So we'll see.
D, as you mentioned, that game could be for NFC supremacy. Who's that next team after the first two?
They're definitely true, man. That's going to be a huge matchup. They moved it from 1 to 4 to kind of offset the Jets. That ended up still being Fox's main game because it's the big market. But the Lions, I do like them in that football game, but it wouldn't shock me if they won. They have the skill, talent. The question is, who's going to be better? Baker Mayfield, or Mr. Goff? Let's see what happens.
D, I guess this might be a WC Cardinals Rams.
Yeah, not much excitement there on that. I like the Rams. That one, Arizona fight to fight hard. They usually do. They don't play a full game though, so that's why Arizona good.
You care about Cardinals Rams?
I don't give a damn about this game either, but I will pick the Rams.
Eagles, Jets. I know we're going with the Eagles. Care about that, Roger? Or you just want to see the Jets get beat like a drum?
Well, D informed me that the Jets are missing both of their starting cornerbacks today. So it might be hammer time with the Jets. But, yeah, I think it's going to be hammer time. So yeah, go Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Go ahead, D. Gonna watch the Jets suffer some more.
No doubt about it. The Jets stink. They suck. They shouldn't be a main window nowhere. The only window they should be main in is their fan base jumping out the window. The only window they should be a part. I did hear Aaron Rodgers is walking without a boot or anything, so amen to that, I guess. But Aaron, if you're a smart man, stay out of there. Don't go back in there. Let your pride go. Don't be a Jet anymore. Let your pride go, man. Don't be a Jet. Don't do it. Do it.
Also, real quick, D, Giants Bills tonight on Sunday night, New York. Come on, D.
I mean, what the hell? No, I mean, Daniel Jones already sucks, so he got his ass kicked up. Nobody cares. What you call it might not play. Tyrod Taylor's the quarterback. Dude, that screams Sunday night football. It screams the Sunday night ass whooping. That's what it screams up in Orchard Park on the Sunday night. Again, no, I just had the rants. NFL. Special scheduling's available now. Use it to get these sorry teams off of these primetime wins. If I want to see them, I don't care. They're in the biggest market in the country. The Giants, the Jets, Broncos, the Bears, Raiders, and the Packers. They all suck. They don't need to be on primetime. I don't care they got history. I don't care they got names. I don't care they're in big markets. They stink to high heaven. Stay them the hell off of primetime and the late 4 o'clock.
And Miss Queen says hello to you, by the way, Miss D. To D. I love it when D has a rant. Raj, do you care about this Sunday night game? Nothing else is on, by the way, so no pay-per-views to take your mind away.
I want to say the NFL, this is some BS. Nobody cares. Like D said, nobody cares about the Giants. I'm sick of the Giants. I'm sick of the Jets. I'm sick of all these bad teams. I mean, let's flex a lot of these games around going forward because I'm not going to be watching this game tonight. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't care. I really don't. I'm going to find something else to do, like twiddle my thumbs, look at the wall, get ready for work the next day. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But this game coming up, I don't give a damn.
Monday night, Cowboys Chargers. That's a decent game, I think, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Cowboys Chargers. It's a really good game. That's a really good game. I will be watching that. I will be watching that before we go live. At 10 p.m. on the Flex Zone podcast. You make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you're new to it, and we'll be on at 10 o'clock tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be watching the game. I think I picked the Chargers to win. But the Cowboys are due for a win. They've been getting slid all week. After their ass whooping they caught from the 49ers. So we shall see.
Dylan, shout out to Dylan. He's a Giants fan. He says he cares about the Giants.
I'm sorry, Dylan. I'm say that. I understand that you care about the Giants, but they suck right now. I feel sorry for you, but they suck.
Make sure you guys go over to the Last Week in Wrestling podcast and hit that subscribe button. Shout out to the folks over there. Raj, D, any final thoughts before we get ready to get out of here? Actually,
quickly with the Cowboys Chargers, both of them is so unpredictable and inconsistent. It makes for good television. So you don't know what you're going to get from the Cowboys or the Chargers. To Dylan, I know you care about the Giants, but they're like Monday Night Grill. They're going to put us all to sleep tonight. Don't worry about that.
He does agree with you about Raw. Puts us all to sleep. D, how can people keep up with you and what you got going on the channel? A lot of high school football going on as the season is moving.
Yes, it is, man. Had 3 huge games this week with Dunbar, Mervo, Wise, and Flowers in the PG County area. St. Mary's Concordia Prep up in Townsend. But more high school football coming your way. Starting early November, high school basketball returns. DSN, and boy, there's a lot of it coming your way. Let me just say that. A lot of basketball coming your way. Check us out, Die Sporting Network. And Die Sporting Net on the X, Twitter, whatever they call that bird.
Yes, go to DieSportNet on YouTube, subscribe, got all your high school sports in the Baltimore and DMV area covered. Raj, episode 412, the Flex Zone tomorrow.
You hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button, you check our goddamn show out tomorrow. Or I will be coming with my belt and whooping somebody's ass. But seriously though, check out our show tomorrow, the Flex Zone Podcast. Got plenty of guests coming up. Yeah, yes, you go get your ass whipped like that. Yeah. Well, no, you know what? Oh, yeah, you know. But like I said, check us out.
No belts this week though, so I had to use it. No belts.
Yeah, no belts this week. Let's seriously check us out though. You're gonna have a fantastic time. The audio is gonna be a lot better, Andre, if you're still in the damn chat. And yeah, check us out.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. Dylan from Last Week in Wrestling Podcast. Kenny, I know he's with you guys. Shout out to him. Chef, Huey T, Big Reg will be coming on the show soon as well. Trying to work on getting some more major guests, which we'll keep under wraps. Miss Queen, shout out to you and everybody else in the chat. Miss Kimberly, appreciate you being here as well. Andre, as I mentioned, you can check us out tomorrow, 10 p.m. We'll be live for the Flex Zone Podcast, episode 412. Check out Die Sporting Net, all your high school sports and so much more covered. And of course, we'll be back next Sunday for the Baltimore Ravens post-game show after their game with the Detroit Lions. We'll have a preview coming later this week as well. Check out all the old or previous videos on the channel, previews, post-game shows, Orioles content if you're into that, and so much more, wrestling live streams and more to come this week. Only place, fellas, give you sports how you want it.
When you need it.
Appreciate you, Kenny, man. It's going to be a good day in the Baltimore and DC and surrounding areas. Looks like both teams could both be in the win column. Check us out. Hit the bell. Vote on the poll on your way out. Hit the like button. Subscribe. And for Raj and D and everybody in the chat, Ravens get the win 24-16. Host the Lions next week. Back at the bank. It's Flex Zone Podcast. We'll see you guys tomorrow live, episode 412. And we'll have some new things for our good brother, Big Raj, as well. Because I know you guys love to finish him, Daddy. We got something new for you coming soon. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your football Sundays. Peace.